Welcome to VAR India News Hour. World economy to top $100 trillion in 2022 for the first time. As the pandemic continues to flare, the global economy is poised to stage its most robust post-recession recovery in 80 years in 2021. But the rebound is expected to be uneven across countries as major economies look set to register strong growth even as many developing economies lag. Growth among emerging market and developing economies is expected to accelerate to 6% this year, helped by increased external demand and higher commodity prices. However, the recovery of many countries is constrained by resurgences of COVID-19, uneven vaccination and a partial withdrawal of government economic support measures. Global economy is projected to grow at a record speed. By the end of 2021 or early 2022, we expect the global economy to revert to its pre-pandemic level of output. At one end of the spectrum is the Chinese economy, which is already bigger compared to its pre-pandemic size. On the other end are mostly advanced economies, which are either service-based like UK, France, Spain, or more focused on exporting capital goods like Germany, Japan, and are unlikely to recover to their pre-crisis levels by the end of the year. The world's economic output will exceed $100 trillion for the first time next year, as per the report from British consultancy CEBR. Global gross domestic product will be lifted by the continued recovery from the pandemic, although if inflation persists, it may be hard for policymakers to avoid tipping the economies back into recession, the London-based think tank said. India is set to overtake France next year and Britain in 2023. The move will help India in regaining its place as the world's sixth biggest economy. Further, CEBR predicted that China will become the world's top economy in dollar terms in 2030. The important issue for the 2020s is how the world economies cope with inflation, which has now reached 6.8% in the US, said CEBR's Deputy Chairman Douglas McWilliams. We hope that a relatively modest adjustment to the tiller will bring the non-transitory elements under control. If not, then the world will need to brace itself for the recession in 2023 or 2024. The report showed Germany was on track to overtake Japan in terms of economic output in 2033. Russia could become a top 10 economy by 2036 and Indonesia looks on track for 9th place in 2034. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. Government may soon bring rules for work from home from next year. With new variants of the coronavirus detected and the future of office work seems bleak, remote work is the way to go and will probably stay here longer. Keeping this in mind, the central government has come up with a comprehensive plan to build a legal structure focusing on defining employer responsibilities for telecommuting employees. This includes a telecommuting model and a hybrid working model in which employees have to go to the office for a certain number of days a week. The centre is considering fixing employees' working hours and paying additional internet and electricity costs by working from home. Kalahandi women develop IoT solar devices for fisheries production. Two technical graduates, Minushri Madhumita and Amrita Jagaddev, both from Bhavani Patna, invested their time and knowledge in developing 3 solar-powered devices that are IoT-enabled to resolve issues that the farming community has been struggling with. They believe that the developed devices would help increase production and improve quality, fetching the farmers more money. The prototypes of the products Dhivara Mitra, Krishi Dhanu and Matsya Bandhu have been completed and patented. SEBI fines 2 employees each of Titan and Mindtree. Markets Regulator Security and Exchange Board of India imposed a monetary fine of 1 lakh rupees each on 2 employees of Mindtree Limited and 2 of Titan Company Limited for violating insider trading norms. It noted that their violations affect multiple stakeholders and have an impact on the entire securities market. The employees of both the companies have 45 days to pay the fine amount to SEBI. Neobank Jupiter raises $86 million at $710 million valuation. Neobank Jupiter has raised $86 million in its Series C round. CEO Jitendra Gupta informed that the company will continue to invest in customer acquisition with an aim to have 1 million customers and will also look at entering lending in the coming year. Jupiter is a digital banking platform that allows users to open a bank account digitally, provides Visa debit cards and insights on spend by customers in partnership with Federal Bank and Axis Bank. 5G services to be implemented in 13 Indian cities next year. The Department of Telecommunications said that the commercial 5G services will be rolled out in 13 cities in India from the next year, including the metropolises. These cities include Delhi, Gurugram, Mumbai, Pune, Lucknow and others. Though the government has been keen to launch these services on Independence Day, the actual rollout would depend upon the readiness of the industry. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.